In the arena tonight, 12th seeds Cassius 2, the return of Panic Attack, Roadblock, It'll Certainly Hurt You, Royal Pain, the experienced Behemoth, and the 4th seeds, Thor II. Welcome to Robot Wars, featuring 36 robots, 4 house robots, and dozens of hazards, including the arena wall, that's because last week Wheelie Big Cheese, once a grand finalist, flicked its way to the heat final. It got rid of the seeded machine Arctic before getting itself tangled on our arena hazard, the floor flipper, flipping its way past Ramsey before the arena fought back once again, but this time Wheelie Big Cheese got the upper hand. Tombstone balanced for dear life before being sent 6 feet over and out. Beautiful. However, Tombstone will rise from the ashes as it goes through to the 6 Robot Rumble Redemption battle at the end of the series. 3 robots already there. But for now, let's introduce the robots for Heat 4, featuring Thor, seeded 4. Arguably the deadliest axe we've ever seen in the wars. Last year, once again, very little could withstand the hammer. But Thor has competition. Can they survive another heat and get through to another semi-final? The arena awaits, but hidden within, we have our tricks of the trade. The spikes, the floor flipper, the flames light up, and of course the pit of oblivion, overseen by these warriors of the arena. And if that wasn't bad enough, we have the fog of war and the rogue robot, not forgetting the drop zone. Oh yes. Here's how they look on paper. Remember, the seeds are kept apart for the first round melees, but you have to win your opening melee, which will determine who you fight in round 2. Thor II, Axebot, seeded number 4. It's the god of axes. Very little has beaten Thor in the past. It's taken good robots to beat it, like Disco Inferno, Revolutionist and Challenger. This incarnation of Thor II, much improved, but it stayed stale for the last 2 seasons at 4th place. Can it get onto the podium? Because this was Thor II last year, much improved from when we did see it in the 6th war, believe it or not. It hammered its way towards the heat final, en route to defeating that very wild thing. It even defeated Razor in the heats, that old veteran, and Witch Doctor, earning its place in the semi-finals, but losing out to Disco Inferno, beating Tombstone, and even skillfully beating BattleBot. But they came up against the very best and were defeated by Revolutionist and, in the playoffs, Challenger. Can they get to the podium this time round? Behemoth, Flipper. The big beast of Behemoth barges its way into another war. Always a threat, always a presence. Behemoth have been incredibly unlucky in their campaigns. And believe it or not, they are the lightest robot in the melee. Royal Pain, Axebot. New to the main competition, Royal Pain featured in the Tag Team Terror in Extreme 3 and came runner-up. We saw the potential. They are back. They have a deadly axe, and I can tell you this, they could do some damage and give Thor II a run for the money. Because they are against Thor II, and of course Behemoth with the flipper as the arena awaits.
Robot Beaters, stand
as
by.
ever, we have 1 house robot per melee. Give her a kiss. No, maybe not. It's Matilda.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Remember, only one robot will come out on top and get through. The runner-up will have to face the first winner of the second melee. So there has to be a clear winner, as always, for the opening melees. And already, goodness me, Royal Pain's weapon seems so lethal and repetitive and consistent and brutal. Thor II comes in with the hammer. Look at this from Royal Pain. It's persistent, and quite frankly, Behemoth doesn't know what's hit it. Literally, Thor II here now coming in for the kill. They have lowered the ground clearance and slightly changed shape since we last saw them. All for the better, of course. Always improving. But at the moment, Behemoth, I think, has just been knocked out. I really do. Into the button for the Fog of War. Can you see through that? You might be the god of the arena, Thor, but you need to see through much more. And just on the horizon, you've got one heck of an axe to contend with this heat, and that's Royal Pain for now. We didn't see anything of Behemoth. We really didn't. I am shocked. We should have seen so much more from that experienced and highly respected robot. But you are food for the house robots. Matilda has just caused utter carnage and devastation. Royal Pain has a go at the house robots. Look at this. Very cheeky, very cocky. You will pay, and Royal Pain, you have paid. Matilda is not taking kindly to that, and you've just lost a side arm. Now this is the thing, you see, you are in a CPZ. If you're new to the wars, any robot that goes into a CPZ is food for the house robot patrolling. Now why would you go into that CPZ? Why would you? But you can see here from this flip over from Matilda that Royal Pain now here is under pressure and has been flipped. And as Cease's called, Refbots just counted them out, which means Thor, ever skilled and experienced, staying out the way, will win that melee. Oh, goodness me. Even though Royal Pain was giving and delivering all of those blows, they'll come second. Our next melee, the seeded Cassius II, will be against Roadblock and Panic Attack. What a melee this is going to be.
Cassius II, Flipper, seeded number 12.
Floating like a butterfly and stinging like a bee, the boxing god returns to the arena, and like Thor II, underwent a radical upgrade just before the 6 Wars, which paid off. They went through to the semi-finals and have since stayed at the very top. However, last year luck wasn't on their side. They were against Behemoth. Behemoth have gone. Wouldn't that have been a good rematch? However, their first round proved so good to see. They took on the house robots. We thought Cassius II was back to its boxing best, but then a series of unfortunate events and circumstances led Cassius II on the end of Flipper, the house robots, and the arena wall. So many instances in the right order had to happen for that to be the result. Cassius II ended its campaign after round 2. Wouldn't revenge be sweet?
Roadblock, Wedge.
You're going the wrong way. That's what Roadblock would say if you fought against him. It once reached round 2 of the 5th Wars. That's the last time we saw Roadblock. They come back with a secret weapon. Oh, I can't wait to see what that is.
Panic Attack, Lifter.
Don't panic, might be the words after this campaign. Panic Attack, however, come back much improved. The reason for me saying that is that 3 of the past 5 attempts we've seen them fight, they've suffered from mechanical failure. Let's hope they get the better of that and their improved machine actually works.
Robot ears, stand
It's
by.
going to be a really good fight, this. Melee 2 about to start.
3, 2, 1.
Now, all eyes on the number 12 seeds as they come in for the attack here. They're trying to punch and box themselves into the second round. Roadblock now, it's designed to stop people from getting through, so let's hope that happens. Now, what is that secret weapon? It's the Flipper! Oh, they've built in a Flipper! We thought that the wedge wasn't going to be quite up to standard for this series. This, the 8th Wars. A lot of advancement and technical progression in the arena. So we thought a wedge in this day and age, maybe not. But boy, Roadblock have improved. That flip, look at this. Cassius 2 knocked out once again. Panic attack now on towards the spike pit. And another flip here from Roadblock. I don't think Cassius was prepared for this weapon. A bit cheeky, I think, of Roadblock coming into the arena with a secret weapon. I don't think that should be allowed. They should declare their weapon at the start of each tournament, but they didn't do. Could this be a bit of controversy in the arena? I'm not too sure, but look at this. Already, Cassius 2 flying high. And then the mighty fall crashed. Well, Roadblock is in a bit of trouble now. Cassius 2 is in a bit of a daze by the looks of things. Panic Attack coming in for the kill now. Not seeing much of Panic Attack, a little bit in between, I think. Roadblock on top. They need to self-right their Roadblock, otherwise they will be counted out. As you can see there, the hidden design from past Robot Wars we just saw briefly there. But Cassius 2 on the verge of going out again. This is the same position it went out last year. Roadblock now trying to get itself back, but Matilda doing all the damage. Look at this flip here from Roadblock. Matilda nearly flipped Cassius 2 out the arena. That would have been absolutely, well, it would have been a shock. And at the moment, Panic Attack seems to be the one that's on top with a little flip at the back. A new addition for Panic Attack Mach 5, 6. Roadblock coming in. They've never performed as well as they have done Roadblock and both Roadblock and Panic Attack. Cassius 2 is upended. Panic Attack on its back. They're going to have to right themselves. They do not have a Shreemech. However, all eyes now are on the 12th seeds as Panic Attack now burns on the flame pit. They need to get themselves away from there. We're seconds away from the judge's decision. Oh, but Refbot. Oh, no. No, cease has been called, which means we do go to a judge's decision. That's very rare for a first round melee to go to a judge's decision. Now, although Roadblock was doing all the work, I think has just about got first place. It's between Panic Attack and Cassius 2 for me. Question is here, was Panic Attack on its back for longer than 30 seconds before Refbot was about to come in and count out? I don't think they were. Which means we analyse the fight, and I don't think Cassius 2 did enough here. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Be sad to lose a seed so early on in the competition. They were on balancing for dear life at one point. Thank you to Matilda. I don't know. I think we could be losing a seed here. Roadblock for me, the winner. All will be confirmed on the screen here. Now this is going to be interesting. Oh, well. Roadblock, Panic Attack, through, Cassius, knocked out! I don't believe it! They didn't do enough, and Panic Attack were on their back for shorter than 30 seconds. I don't believe it, which means Roadblock, winner of that melee, will be against Royal Pain, the runner-up. Thor II will be against Panic Attack. Oh, goodness me. Well, we go over to our pinball now. It'll be against, I can't believe I'm saying this, Behemoth and Cassius 2. The winner will have to beat Arctic's run of 220 points. Who are the judges wanting to see more of? All will be revealed. It's Cassius 2. Can't believe I'm saying that. The target then, 220 points. Points can be scored by knocking over the barrels. That's 5 points for each barrel tumbled over. They actually have to fall though, and of course land on their side along with those cones. The big silver sphere into the highlighted pit, that's 30 points. The seesaw will score you 20. That big metal block, place on towards the floor flipper, and if it lands on the other side of the arena, that will score you 40 points. All of that's just half the arena, which means of course you have another half to contend with. 25 points for each brick knocked into the pit. Dead metal guards the really big one, that is 75 points. Any points for flipping the house robots? That'll be an interesting rule. 50 points for the brick, but you have to go up and over the ramp and avoid going out of the arena yourself. And 10 points for the multi-ball option. 5 points for each ball in the pit.
Robot is stand by. 3, 2, 1. activate.
So Cassius still shell-shocked and dazed from its early knockout of the series. We have now the ball. That's good. I was going to say we have Cassius destroying the bricks, and it'll be more points for the ball. Any points for flipping the house robot? I'm not too sure. 75 points. Now that's a brilliant bit of skill there from Cassius too. So points already on the board as it goes back towards the start of the arena. Well, just I think the seesaw does count. It did flip. Now barrels, see Cassius isn't really designed for the pinball. Their flipper is sort of hinged from the front, so it can't flip and cause too much damage. As you can see there, it's trying to get those 2 spikes. 5 points will be achieved for each spike you get out of the spike area. It's going towards the floor flipper there. It's wasting a bit of time here, Cassius 2. It needs points pretty sharpish. Oh, I think it's just about done that. Onto the other side of the arena. We have the last 10 seconds now. Cassius 2 really needs a few more points here if it's going to compete against Arctic. Yes, the barrels tumble. I wonder how many points that will tally. Not a bad run, but this will be the last time we see Cassius 2 for this series. They, of course, the highlights, well, the ball went in, the bricks too, and then, of course, the big target guarded by dead metal, as you can see there, all adding up. Then the flip from the floor flipper, that'll just about count. So will this. You see now they're going to scrape by here, only just completing the obstacles before finally the barrels. Not a bad run from Cassius, all will be confirmed in just a sec. Oh, well, they did do much better than I thought they were going to do. They've overtaken Arctic. That's some score that. The 75-point target helped, of course. Well done to Cassius. We now go back to the main competition, and it's Thor II, our 4th seeds, versus Panic Attack.
Robot ears, stand by.
Sharpening his blade, ready for action, dead metal. He's no pushover, it's shut.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Tough challenge here for Panic Attack. Thor II, ever present throughout Robot Wars, of course, getting through to the grand final both times. The last 2 wars, the pitch descended now from Thor. It was an attack from Thor, pushing Panic Attack. Now Panic Attack's in all sorts of trouble here now. They're going to have to get themselves away from Shunt. Now Shunt, that's an illegal attack. That Shunt wasn't in the corner of a troll zone. They are now. Thor pushing Panic Attack in, and I think one of the side skirts has been ripped away there from the attack on Thor. Thor's so relentless. We've seen Thor dominate and pound its competitors into submission on so many occasions. It really is, well, it'll give you a headache. It really is such a master, such a destructive robot. It is the king of the axes and has dominated the last couple of seasons, and already at the moment it's certainly giving Panic Attack a panic attack as it comes in now. Pins it between Thor and Shunt. Talk about being shoved between 2 axes. Now then, I think the button did activate there. Is it active? I'm not sure if it did activate anything at all. I think that might have been a bit of a glitch from our backstage crew, not too sure. Anyway, Panic Attack is now under pressure. The floor spikes raised. This is great control here from Thor. Always dominant in the arena. Panic Attack here running away. It can use its back flipper, a new addition to the machine for the 8th series, to try and get in underneath Thor. But Thor come back with such low ground clearance on the front. It's going to be difficult for Panic Attack to get underneath Thor as they come in once again with the hammer blow. Goodness me, this must be giving Panic Attack such a bit of a, well, it's a definite worry here as they go back in towards Shunt, and Shunt now coming in for the kill. That's not going to help matters. They need to get themselves away from that corner. Thor, oh goodness me, using the hazards to its advantage. This is such good skill from Thor. They're using the arena to their advantage, using the house robots, using the spike pit, the floor flipper. It really is such a consistent robot here. But now, look, Panic Attack getting a flip onto Thor and another side attack. Now then, can Thor get themselves away from this? Oh, well, they self-right in splendid style, as always. So gracious in self-writing there. Panic Attack here need points on the board if they're going to get through to a heat final. They have got through to a heat final once or twice in the past. Thor II, of course, though, have been there on several occasions. Now Dead Metal. This is great tactics from Thor. This really is working a treat for them. The Fog of War now coming into play, which isn't helping matters as the arena fills with fog. Now Thor actually stood still when the arena hazard came into play. Another good tactic. We saw it in the first round melee actually. They stayed out of the way, out of danger, and just let the house robots sweep up. Such a good tactic. Well, we go to a judge's decision. I don't think that'll count, Panic Attack. Sorry about that. That's a yellow card. Well, I don't think it's going to make a blind bit of difference, RefBot. You might be punishing Panic Attack, but I think the damage is already done because Thor will be making it through to another final. I can't see any chance really of Panic Attack surviving this judge's decision. Thor in complete control. This is what we have grown accustomed to really over the years. The consistency, the punishment that Thor delivers is just immense. It really is. They are highly respected, deserved of the 4th seeding. I don't think there's any doubt here. We're just reviewing the footage just to show you the pure skill and determination of this almighty machine. Into the house robots. Panic Attack was just in a panic throughout that whole fight. The winner and through to the heat final. No surprises there. Thor II get the judge's decision. However, they did last the full 3 minutes, so all credit to Panic Attack. We hope to see them soon. For now, though, it's over for them this series. Next, Roadblock and Royal Pain.
Robot here, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Can we see another axe through to the heat final, or can the impressive Roadblock get through to its first heat final? And so far we can see and tell you that the answer is yes, because Royal Pain is on its back. Now they can self-right from there. They do have the axe, of course, but if Roadblock just keep persistently concentrating and flipping Royal Pain, they won't have a chance to self-right, and in doing so they have accidentally self-righted Royal Pain. If the Perspex barrier wasn't there, I think Royal Pain would have been out of the arena from that attack. Now Royal Pain coming on for the kill, and look at this, bending the front wedge. That is the flipper on Roadblock and in towards Shunt once again. Shunt being used to help out and destroy with the attack here, and goodness me, again 2 axes delivering the blows. Poor Roadblock here now in all sorts of trouble. They need to get themselves away from there. They've been overturned, helped out by Shunt as the brute force destroys the underbelly and the wheels of Roadblock. Oh, Royal Pain, that's it. We have our heat final. Might as well just end the fight now. Just end it. Cease. Call cease. What a performance. There's no chance for Roadblock now. We know now that, well, we know there are going to be 2 axes. It's going to be, what a final. Royal Pain and Thor II. But for now, I suppose it's time, really, as the overhead camera comes in. It is time for RefBots to silence Roadblock. And there we go. The countdown has ended. Roadblock now at the mercy of the house robots. It's now officially a dead end for Roadblock. Dead Metal coming in for the kill onto the side. You don't want Dead Metal coming in for the kill here now on a beaten machine. House robots as lethal as ever in these 2 round 2 melees as they come in for the flip again. Look at this. 1 and again a backwards flip. Fantastic to see Shunt coming in for the kill. Well, this is just food for the house robots. Royal Pain through to the heat final. What a performance. And what a heat final this is going to be. Just confirmation. We have Thor II and Royal Pain in tonight's heat final. It's a battle of the axes. It's axe attack as they meet for the first time. And on the evidence of what we've seen, this could swing either way. Two robots worthy of their place in tonight's Heat final. It is going to come down to who has the most powerful axe. Thor II, once again reaching its third Heat final. This has to be the robot to watch. Can it get to another semi-final? However, it has to face one of the most brutal axes we have seen so far in the competition. This really will be about who can survive the blows. Royal Pain. We've seen them briefly before. They've never competed in a tournament. However, with that axe and the consistency, this is certainly one to watch in the Heat final.
Roboteers, stand by.
Who is your money on? Well, Matilda doesn't care. She's in the arena. And for the first time tonight, Sir Killbot.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Just to point out, Thor II, for the last two series, have never failed to reach the semi-finals. They will be the favourites, but look at this power, this relentless aggression from this axe. Royal Pain definitely have the most aggressive weaponry, but Thor II, because it's such a big weapon, it really does deliver. It really is against the two of the best axes we've seen in the wars, not just this war, but the entire competition. It really does come down to who has the most aggressive weapon at the moment. Look at this, Thor II on its side. It's a Killalot now on the edge as well, Thor II. Being hammered, it's getting a taste of its own medicine. Oh, and off goes a tiny bit of armour at the top there of Thor, the back of Thor. It appears Royal Pain have found a weakness, the little bit of armour now. You see he's getting the underbelly here now with the exposed wheels. Well, they weren't entirely exposed, but Royal Pain has found the wheels, which means Thor cannot do anything. They've been beaten. That's twice in a row. Royal Pain have found the wheels. First to Roadblock and now to Thor. This is such an impressive machine. Thor has not known what has hit it. Literally, it really just has no idea. Look, it's like a beaten, bruised machine. This is the first time we've seen Thor suffer so early on in the competition, really, and Refbot's about to confirm it. What an impressive machine. Royal Pain is. Refbot confirms the count. Out go the number 4 seeds. I am shocked. We have Royal Pain into the semi-finals. That means Thor II. We haven't seen the last of Thor II. They will be back for the redemption fight, so they could potentially still get through to the semi-finals. But for now, you've got to hand it for Royal Pain. They're staying out of trouble, and wisely so, as Sir Killalot now finishes off. Oh, finishes off Thor II. Is this the spike pit, or does X mark the spot? Killalot reverses. Well, the spikes aren't raising, which means only one thing. Oh! Well, there's too much armor on Thor for the drop zone to do too much damage, but that is the end of Thor's campaign for now. We can't wait to see Royal Pain in the semi-finals. It's great to see a newcomer head through. That was the killer blow. And although Thor, with all the experience, they just could not survive, ending with the drop zone. Delicious. Thick armour though on Thor to survive that. The experience shows there. But humiliation for Thor. 3 of the top 6 robots are in the Robot Rumble. That means already half the seeds knocked out. Is another major shock in store next time on Robot Wars. Next time, previous champions challenger returns.